Hello, my name is Mair, one of the Deputy Incident Controllers with the Incident Management team, helping to assist in managing this Wooroloo bushfire. Yesterday afternoon we experienced some very strong winds from the southeast, and they increased overnight, causing breakouts on the northern boundary of the fire and fire progressing over to the northern side of the Avon River towards the Shady Hills subdivision. A previously installed fire retardant line installed by the large air tankers provided great assistance during the early hours of this morning to prevent the progress of that fire towards Shady Hills. Down in the southwestern part of the fire, in the Brigadoon area, there was also a small breakout which needed to be contained. These breakouts were the reason for the triggering of telephone warning systems at several areas around the boundary of this very large bushfire. The fire is now over 10,000 hectares and has a perimeter of over 120 kilometres. It has had significant impacts on the community and remains a significant task for firefighters to contain. The fire is classified as uncontained and uncontrolled. What that means is we don't have fire breaks completely around this fire cut by earth moving machinery, but we're very busy doing so. The northern boundary today remains our primary focus to contain the fire, as the fire ground remains under prevailing southeasterly winds which are forecast to strengthen during the day. In addition, the Bureau of Meteorology has advised us that there are some strong upper level winds, and we may get some mixing with dry air and unpredictable winds moving down to the ground level. That is something that the fire crews will need to keep an eye on during the day. Today we've got road clearing and road assessment teams working out on the eastern end of the fire, so to the eastern side of the 2J road. And working in conjunction with the local government, we are working to be able to clear those roads and make them safe, check the properties for any contamination, and be in a position to allow residents to return. I ask people to keep an eye on the community information sheets and EMWA website for the status of roads in that area, because from tomorrow we may be able to issue restricted access permits to enable access in there. If we do that, people will be required to provide some form of identification, because the access will be restricted primarily to residents of the properties, and that's to protect their privacy and allow them to go back into their affected properties before there's opening and access to the general public. We will continue to open roads and progressively make those areas available to the public as we work to the west along the path of the fire. Below on the southern side of the fire, we're also working to remove and reduce the impact of some of the vehicle control points or roadblocks, to move them further north and to reduce the impacts of community in that area. Please look out for the sources of information for updates as to road access and the vehicle control situation, and advice in regard to the issuing of restricted access permits.